Hello everyone, welcome to my very first solo event card analysis video. I'm going to be talking about every single card, so feel free to skip around. Timestamps will be in the description. And as a reminder, these kinds of videos are more geared towards meta lovers rather than husbando lovers. That being said, let's start with our R cards. Jack is a defense flora water unit. His max HP is 7,335, which is good. It's a little higher than SSR Dorm Ace. His max power is 3,045, which is a little low admittedly. Still higher than some SRs though. Jack is also a freebie card that can be made permanent by earning 9 wolf gummies. I think that's what I don't remember what they're called. You can earn those from various points in the event maps. Those points are 2-5, 3-3, 4-2, 5-3, 7-1, 7-6, 10-2, 11-3, and 12-2. So yeah, you can't make him permanent until like the way end of the event. Jack has 2 skills, and both are usable once you get the corresponding spell to level 5. For spell 1, his skill is a minor power drain on foes for 1 turn. For spell 2, it's a tiny damage cut to foes for 1 turn. These are nice skills, but kind of common. And speaking of those spells, his spell 1 is Leaf Shot, and his spell 2 is Water Shot. Both only do 1 hit, and it's weak damage. His soul buddy is Sebek, who gives him a moderate power boost. He comes with 1 furniture recipe, the Jack Tsum Tsum. It's an SSR item and incredibly adorable. It's available once you get Jack to vignette level 1. It requires 10 sticks, 16 bolts of cloth, 20 cans of unique paint, 2 small marigold crystals, 6 medium, and 12 large, and if you're me, massive amounts of luck. I still haven't been able to build this one. We got this event in July. Because he's an event freebie, he can't be built like normal cards. His power and vignette levels can be built normally, thankfully, but that's it. To groovy him, you'll need 1 groovy ticket, they're the pink ones. And for spells, you'll need the magic tickets, those are the black ones. Leaf Shot will need a total of 237 magic tickets to get to level 10. You'll also need to spend 39,700 Thou marks to get to level 10. Water Shot unfortunately costs more magic tickets at 336. Luckily, it costs the same as Leaf Shot at 39,700 Thou marks. If you plan on maxing him out, it will set you back 573 magic tickets and 79,400 Thou marks. Epel is a rare water fire unit. His max HP is 4,736. It's one of the lowest in-game, especially for EN right now. In JP, it's the 10th lowest, but for EN right now, it's the 5th lowest. His max power is 4,308, which, while it is also a little low compared to other cards, it's not nearly as depressing as his HP. Compared specifically to other rare cards, it's actually really high. It's the 9th highest in EN right now, but again, compared to rare cards. Epel is another event freebie. To make him permanent, you'll need 9 apple gummies. You can earn those from 5-7, 6-5, 7-2, 8-4, 9-5, 10-1, 10-6, 10-8, and 12-4. Epel skills can be used once you get a spell to level 5. For spell 1, you'll get a minor power boost to caster for 1 turn. For spell 2, it's a tiny damage boost to himself for 1 turn. Not the most unique skills, but still helpful. His spells are Water Shot and Fire Shot 2 respectively. Both do weak damage, but we do have the added bonus of 2 hits with that second spell. His only buddy is Kate, who gives him a moderate power boost. He also comes with a furniture item, the SSR Zoom Epel. So much baby going on here, so much baby. It unlocks at vignette level 1. To make it, you'll need 10 bars of metal, 16 bolts of fabric, 20 cans of unique paint, 1 small violet crystal, 6 medium, and 12 large. He's an event freebie, so he's built just like Jack. He'll need 1 groovy candy to groovy him, 573 magic tickets to max out both spells, and 79,400 Thou marks to raise those levels. Breaking it down, spell 1 costs 237 magic tickets and 39,700 Thou marks. Spell 2 costs 336 magic tickets and 39,700 Thou marks. Our Sebek is a defense fire flora unit. His max HP is 9,151, and honestly, that's not bad. It's on par with SSR Dorm Ordo and SSR Halloween Costume Jade. His max attack is 2,378. I really don't know how to say this nicely, but as of February 2023, he has the lowest max power of any card in Twist. That's on JP and EN. F in the chat for Sebek. Sebek is available from completing certain requirements in the Twisted Tsumderland event. You'll need to earn 9 lightning bolt gummies. That's just what we're gonna go with. I really don't remember what these are called. I'm pretty sure it's gummies, but I'm not 100% sure. And you get those from 6-7, 6-4, 8-1, 9-7, 10-4, 11-1, 11-6, 11-8, and 12-5. Sebek has 2 skills, both of them available once he reaches spell level 5. Attached to his spell 1 is a minor curse on foes for 1 turn, and on spell 2, a tiny damage cut for foes for 1 turn. Damage cut to foes is handy, but on the common side. Curse, however, is not. As of the making of this video, there's only 3 other cards on EN and 4 on JP that have any sort of curse skills like that, so it's very nice to have that on a freebie card. Are his stats low? Yeah, kind of, but this curse skill is really handy. His spells are both weak ones, unfortunately. His spell 1 is Fire Shot and his spell 2 is Leaf Shot 2, which at least he does 2 hits of. His only buddy is Epel, who gives him a moderate power boost. Sebek also comes with a furniture item, the SSR Sebek, very tiny. To make it, you'll need to get Sebek's vignette level up to 1, and material-wise, you'll need 10 pieces of lumber, 16 bolts of fabric, 20 cans of unique paint, 2 small chartreuse crystals, 6 medium, and 12 large. He's built the same as Jack and Epel. He'll need 1 groovy ticket for groovying, and loads of magic tickets. Fire Shot will need a total of 237 magic tickets to get to level 10. You'll also need to spend 39,700 Thalmarks to get to level 10. Leaf Shot 2 unfortunately costs 336 magic tickets and a grand total of 39,700 Thalmarks. If you plan on maxing him out, it will set you back 573 magic tickets and 79,400 Thalmarks. SR Kate is an attack water fire unit. His max HP is 7,442, which is okay. His max power is 4,759, which is just a little bit over the average power of 4,550. He's available via the gacha for Twisted Tsumderland. He runs with Riddle, and I don't know if he's attainable and not rate up on SSR Leona's banner. I'm honestly not sure. Kate actually has 2 skills. Sort of. They're both damage boost to caster, but they're a little different. Kate has a moderate power boost right out the gate at spell 1 level 1, but it doesn't change. Ever. And over on spell 2, you'll gain a minor boost to caster at spell level 5. It also doesn't change past there. They only last 1 turn, and yeah, the skill isn't unique by any means, but it's still useful. Kate's beginning spells are Water Shot and Fire Shot 2, however at spell level 5, that Water Shot upgrades to Aqua Wave. Kate has 2 buddies, both from Heart's Lobule. Riddle gives him a moderate HP boost, while Deuce gives him a minor power boost. The SSR Kate Zoom is so adorable. If you've been listening to the other card analyses, I'm sure you know how to build this, but in case you don't, and just be thorough, you'll need to get KK to vignette level 1 before being able to make this. But once that's done, it takes 10 crystals, 16 bolts of fabric, 20 cans of unique paint, 2 small rose red crystals, 16 medium, and 12 large. If you don't manage to get Tsumsid or Kate, there's not a 1-to-1 card that you might have lying around that can replace him, so to speak. The closest comparable card we have is SR Ceremonial Rose Silver, but a huge caveat, his spell 2 is different, but he more or less matches spell 1 and his skills. SR Floyd is a balanced water flora card. His max HP is 8,082, which isn't bad. The current average is 9,286, so it's a little under. His max power is 4,510, which is around the current average. So stats-wise, he's okay. He's attainable via a special rate-up banner for Twisted Tsumderland. He's running with SSR Leona. I don't know if he's attainable but not rate-up on other Tsumderland banners, so I would double-check before pulling. Although honestly, I would just wait for the rate-up, quite honestly, but I know how it is with events sometimes. You want to get your boy, you want to get him now, you know? Floyd only has 1 skill, and that's Damage Cut, and it's attached to his spell 1. At spell level 1, it's a minor damage cut to foes for 1 turn, and then at level 5, it upgrades to a moderate cut, and that's as high as it can go. Floyd's spell 1 is Aqua Wave, and his spell 2 is Leaf Shot 2. That first spell is strong water damage, while the spell 2 is weak damage, but it's 2 hits, so that's okay. He has 2 buddies, Leona, who gives him a minor power boost, and Malleus, who gives him a moderate HP boost. Like every other card in this event, he comes with a furniture item, the SSR Floyd Zoom. To make it, you'll need to get this Floyd to vignette level 1. On the materials side, you'll need 10 stones, 16 bolts of fabric, 20 cans of unique paint, 2 small lavender crystals, 6 medium, and 12 large. Because this is an SR, I'm not really going to talk about alternatives all that much, but I will say a comparable SR to this one is SR Labware Riddle. They have the exact same spells and the same skill for spell 1 level 1, although Riddle's progression on that skill is actually better than Tsumsid or Floyd's. So before I begin talking about SSRs, I want to give a huge disclaimer. In a couple of weeks on JP, we are getting some major adjustments for SSR cards in terms of HP, attack, and getting a magic 3, like a spell 3. Keep in mind that some information for Riddle and Leona is absolutely going to change, and I will post updates when that happens, but I just want to give the heads up now. This is what we have as of March 1st, 2023, but this is going to adjust. Riddle is a defense void water unit. His max HP is 12,441, which is really good. It's on the higher end for SSRs. His max power is 4,633, which is on the lower side. For JP, it just barely misses being in the top 20 lowest max power SSRs, but for EN, he's the 8th lowest. He might be a little now, but he's definitely not going to stay this way. He's available via an event rate-up banner. For JP, we had a revival of this banner at the way end of the event since it was so long, and he was the first banner, but I don't know if this is going to happen for EN. Riddle has a power drain on foes attached to his spell 1. At level 1, it's a tiny drain for 1 turn. At level 5, it's minor, and at level 10, it's moderate. He's got Zero Ray and Water Shot 2 as his spells, doing strong cosmic damage and weak water damage. But like literally every other SSR, that Water Shot 2 becomes Aqua Wave 2 at spell level 10. Riddle's dual magic partner is Kate, who also gives him a moderate HP boost. His other buddies are Rook with a minor HP boost, and Ordo with a minor power boost. So Riddle comes with the SSR Riddle Tsum recipe. Unlike all the other cards, you can make his Tsum right out of the gate. You don't need to raise any levels or anything, you can just go. For materials, you'll need 10 crystals, 16 bolts of fabric, 20 cans of unique paint, 2 small rose red crystals, 6 medium, and 12 large. If you're unable to get Riddled, there are some alternatives available. SSR Dorm Deuce, SSR Dorm Ruggy, SR Labware Ace, and our Halloween costume Sebek are, as of now, fairly good alternatives. And while his HP is higher, his attack is lower. Their skills are also different, with Deuce having damage boost to caster. They share no buddies. Ruggy also has the same spells but a lower HP and higher attack. Their skills are also different, as Ruggy has a damage cut to foes. They share no buddies. Ace has lower stats than Riddle all around, but the same spells and one of the same buddies. They both work great with Ordo. However, Ace's skills are HP restoration and a power boost to caster, which is great, but it doesn't match Riddle. Sebek, as a rare card, unsurprisingly has lower stats than Riddle, but what he lacks in stats he makes up for spells since it's the exact same as Riddle. But that's kind of it. They have no buddies in common, and Sebek's only skill isn't a power drain but a power boost to casters. Sebek is also an attack card and not a defense one. Leona is a defense fire flora card. His max HP is 14,187, which is super high, and his max attack is 3,960, which is, not very high. While there are a lot of cards with power in the 3000s, for an SR, it's really, really low. It's the 3rd lowest SSR on EN when it comes to SSRs, and JP is 4th. He's available via a limited time event gacha. I mentioned that Riddle's banner got a revival, but Leona's didn't. Again, maybe EN will be different, but just as a heads up, Leona only had that one banner. Leona's only skill is a power boost to allies. At level 1, it's a tiny boost for 1 turn. At level 5, it upgrades to a minor boost, and at level 10, it's a moderate boost. He has Flame Blast, dealing strong fire damage. For levels 1 through 9, he has Leaf Shot 2, but at level 10, it changes to Forest Strike 2. Leona's duo magic is with Floyd, who also gives him a moderate power boost. His other buddies include Jack and Azul, both giving him a minor HP boost. Leona's Tsum is available to build as soon as you get his card, thankfully. No card grinding needed. You might need to grind for materials, though I haven't been able to make it in JP. It needs 10 sticks, 16 bolts of cloth, 20 cans of unique paint, 2 small marigold crystals, 6 medium marigold crystals, and 12 large marigold crystals. So the normal SSR alternatives I would suggest are JP only right now, so more similar cards will be coming in the future. But for right now, my suggestions for alternatives are SSR Dorm Floyd, SSR Birthday Boy Kaleem, SR New Year's Deuce, and our Halloween costume Epel. Floyd is an attack card versus a defense one. His HP is kinda terrible compared to Leona, but his attack is way higher. They have the exact same spells, but Floyd's skill is a power drain on foes. They do, however, share Azul as a buddy, and he even gives them the same buddy bonus of a minor HP boost. Kaleem, as another defense card, has more similar stats to Leona, but his HP is lower and his attack is higher. For some reason, he has no skills, but they have the same spells for the most part. Kaleem's Flame Blast actually turns to Flame Blast 2 at level 10, which to me that makes up for not having skills, but that's just me. They don't share any buddies though. Deuce is an attack card and his stats are lower than Leona, but he's an SR, like what were we expecting? He has the same elements as Leona, but his spells are Fire Shot and Leaf Shot too. They do not upgrade. But they have the same power boost skill, and Deuce skips the tiny skill, so it's literally the same or better than Leona depending on like how you have him built. They don't share any buddies. Epel is an attack card and again lower stats than Leona. Epel's biggest similarities to Leona are his elements. He has Fire Shot and Leaf Shot too. His skills and buddy are different from Leona though, but right now he's the best R alternative we have. And that's all the Tsumderland cards! I'm still deciding on whether I want to go hard for this event on the gacha because I have SSR Leona on my JP account. I'll be polling for the SRs, but I don't know if I'm going to use everything for Leona because again, I'm a husbando player. I hope you guys, if you decide to play the gacha, get your face super easily, and you have an easy time building the Tsumsitter R cards. If you want a full event guide, I have one available and I'll link it in the iCard and the description. And with that, I'll see y'all later. Bye!